Thank you all for coming out this Sunday afternoon to celebrate the life of Alice Briggs. Because Alice's family included the Lenny Wilson Quartet with vocalist Janice Swartz, the band wanted to do a special performance for Alice. So we're going to begin today's memorial with a few of Alice's most often requested tunes.
Oh, sweet, lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good to me. I am so awfully misunderstood. Oh, lady, be good to me. Oh, please have some pity. I'm all alone this big city. I tell you, I'm just a lonesome lady. Oh, lady, be good to me, to me, to me, to me. Oh, oh, sweet, lovely lady, be so good. Hey, lady, be so good to me. I am so hopelessly misunderstood. Whoa, lady, be good to me. Whoa, whoa, please have some pity. Don't you know I'm all alone in this big city? I tell you, I'm just a lonesome babe in wood. Whoa, lady, good to me. Another of her favorites, Europa. know so well. I got you under my skin. I sacrifice anything from what might for the sake of having you near. In spite of the voice that comes in the night and repeats and repeats, and I hear, oh, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up and be but each time that you just let go of me, makes me stop. Before I begin, 'cause I got you under my skin. No, no, but I got you under my skin. I got you The name of this tune is called If. Make sure all of you know who in fact is up here. The maestro. First would be Mr. Wilson. And then Mr. DePaulo, John DePaulo. And of course Mr. Ron Wessler on bass. I'm Janice Swartz. We have with us today, and some very special days, Mike Petix. Things that go bump on the night. We have a lot of friends out here, and we will get a chance later on in the program to hear from each of you if you so choose, talk about Alice a little bit. But in the meantime, a big thank you to everybody that worked so hard to put this event together. I will not call you all by names because I will miss someone and they'll be upset, and then I'll have to be upset. So, to everybody who worked on it, and of course to the ringleader, Sandy. This song was one that Alice really liked to get all wound up, and she'd be sitting there going, "Caravan! Caravan!"
Louder and louder. Caravan! Caravan!
Caravan! say pure. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. And your daddy's rich, and your mom, she's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. And you'll spread your wings. You're gonna take to the sky until that morning. There ain't nothing can harm you. Daddy and Mama, they are standing by.
Say a few words about Alice, and to get that ball rolling, I will open. How's that? Let me tell you a little bit about my time and my encounter with Alice. I don't know when I met Alice, okay? She was just there. I don't remember a time when she wasn't there. I've been singing with Lenny now almost 8 years altogether, and a little bit of part-time in between, and she was just simply there all the time. If it was raining, she was there with an umbrella. She was there with a lighted pinwheel. She was there going, woo-hoo, woo-hoo, don't forget the CDs. When we went south to Sarasota, Venice, that area for a concert, she was there with us. When we went somewhere else, she was there with us. I learned a lot from Alice. And it's kind of funny, I would not say we were close friends. We were certainly friendly, and we did a few things together outside of the venue of the band, including she and I going to hear Bubba DJ at the American Legion one night, and her lamenting that there weren't enough guys to ask us to dance. But she had a good time that night. But what I learned mostly from Alice, and all the time I knew her, was openness and living life on your own terms. Alice made all the hard decisions, and she made them in such a way that she did not agonize over them, she did not discuss them ad nauseum with everybody trying to get input in other people's views. She knew what she wanted or needed, and she did it. Whether it was a painful family situation or something as simple as getting a ride. You know how people always tell you, well, if I need a ride, I'll let you know. And then you don't see them at something and you say, oh, I didn't see you. Oh, I didn't have have a ride, now you feel bad. They wanted you to feel bad, why didn't they call? Alice was nothing like that. Alice would call you up on the phone, I'm gonna need a ride on Sunday. What time will you pick me up? And you wanted that because she knew exactly that you really did want to pick her up. And she had no problem with letting you know that. So many people hold back and then suffer, you suffer, it solves nothing. In the situation of her living arrangement, she made probably the hardest and best decision I've ever heard a woman make. She said, I have to think about my own health and my own ability to cope with life day in and day out. There's not enough of me around to take full-time care of somebody else. A lot of us don't do that, especially a lot of women and caregivers in general. The way she dealt with it and faced it with no enmity, no anxiety, no problem, just a straightforward, very smart and understandable decision was to me incredible. When she was sick, and the last time I talked to her, it was the same thing. This is the situation we have. This is the decision I've made. This is how we're going to deal with it. My kids are fine with it. That's it. And so I learned, especially now when we've lost a lot of friends here, live every day the way you want it to be. Don't sit back. Don't be too shy. And you will end up with looking back on a life that you can honestly say, I don't have regrets about the way I handled it. I did what I needed to do. So thank you, Alice, for that lesson.
Mine is short and sweet. I played with Lenny for quite a while, and I would see Alice only at the square, and it was always cordial, and I knew she was a nice lady. She just was. Well, one day I had the audacity to wear a baseball cap playing. Well, in the middle of, after the set, she chastised me. She says, I didn't know who you were. I don't like you wearing a hat. I want to see the bald head. So from that day forward, I never wore a hat again. Like you said, Alice said it like it was.
Yes, she was indeed one of those straight shooters, and she just told it how it was. Alice was that smiling face at the table. We've set up the table here as the guys are playing here on the square in their matched ensembles. And
Right.
I received some emails from people who attended the various concerts who were not able to be here. Alice sent me her distribution list, and I sent out information about this celebration of life to them. And of course, our Brits, Jeff and Elaine, emailed right away, and they're not coming back to the States until November 3rd, but they, of course, are going to miss Alice so much, so sweet, and as someone mentioned, she just was the organizer of things, various and sundry things. Annie Weston, she and Howard wanted to be here, but she has an upper respiratory thing, and the doctor has told her, go home, go to bed, and don't go. I don't care how much you want to go, don't go. So, positive energy for Annie. Michael, of course, many of you know Michael, and Michael is in Arizona. I think most of you know that, and he seems to be doing well now, and he, of course, misses Alice very much, as he misses his friends here in the villages. I received an email from Marilyn McLean, and I don't remember her, but she says, Alice was a lovely, congenial, and welcoming lady. When I first arrived at the villages, I knew no one, but always attended the Lenny Wilson Quartet at the squares. Alice always spoke to me. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town on the 16th and cannot attend, but please send my love to her spirit. As Janice said, Alice made tough decisions, and at the end made tough decisions and made them pretty darn quick. And I admire that strength, and I hope if needed, I have that strength also. We went to visit her many times toward the end, and if we said, we'll be thinking about you, we'll be praying for you, she'd always say, sooner, not later. Sooner, not later. I don't need to be here to suffer and have my family and friends watch me suffer. And she got her wish, and I admire that strength in her. She was a very, very strong lady, and one that we will always remember. She was indeed an organizer. Some of you here attended the surprise birthday party for the Big LC a few years ago, and that was pulled off only because of Alice's help. At that time, I was still working. I was trying to put the booklet together that some of you received. I was getting up at 5 in the morning before I went to work, and of course, if I tried to do anything at night, he was running in saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Well, none of your business. But through Alice's efforts, we were able to get everyone here. She even directed a drummer from Lenny's band in Indiana here, got him here from Philly, and it was just a grand event, and Alice was a big part of organizing that. And as I remember, Janice, you tried to get things organized, but when you're on the stage, things change. Yes. If you have not yet, please, before you leave, come look at the pictures. The big one in the center was sent to me by another fan who just signed it, Diane, and I did not know her either, but I thought that was just a wonderful picture of Alice. And as John said, it looks like it was probably taken maybe this year or pretty recently. The other photos here, Frank has graciously printed off and brought for us. So please take a look at these before you leave. Okay?
Next.
Okay, this isn't usually my thing, but it definitely was Alice's. Like you said, she was very strong. We worked together at AAA, so it's been a while. We kept in touch, but I know that she had more involved with the Lenny group and coordinating things there. She was a mentor to me. She showed you how you should be rather than sometimes how we are. Big supporter of the arts. She always supported me in my endeavors in drawing. I did some portraits for her family, did all 3 of her children when they were children. Took me on one of the most incredible trips of my life. Went up to Maine with her one during the fall colors, and it was just amazing. We had 3 seasons in 3 days. Got to meet her daughter, her family, Lynn, and then her boys, Casey and David. Alice is amazing. She always has been, always will be. Just because she's physically not here doesn't mean that she isn't here. A few months after we did that trip, I had a dream. You know, some of those ones you have in the morning when you're really, really clear. And it had basically was that she had passed. It scared the heck out of me. But part of it was very beautiful. I knew that she had come back, and if you want to say she was part of the life force, she was showing. She was in my dream as a beautiful fountain of water, just glorious in the sunlight. Anyways, it scared me. I called her that next morning. She wasn't there, which didn't help. I left a message, but she got back to me late. She was kind of having a rough day too. But that was quite a while ago. But it's comforting to think of now, because I remember her saying, because I got a chance to see her a couple times before she passed, that now I can just remember the visions of those fountains, knowing that she was going back to one, as she said. And that's so true. But yeah, she's there.
Anybody else?
Look out now. Look out now. Everybody does something. Alice adopted me as her brother. She never had a brother. She adopted me. But through the years, she became more than an assistant to me. And I was asked to roast her on the 75th. And luckily for me, she thought it was the greatest thing that ever happened to her. And I remember, because I'm legally blind now, but after I became legally blind, you know, she'd be talking about getting a ride in. Well, I'll come pick you up. No. She didn't even let me come pick her up in a golf cart. But that's the way she was. And
Yes, he was smart.
I haven't had an accident yet. So, yeah. But, listen, well done.
Where's the Alice?
Thank you. Where's the sea Alice? All the guys used to say that. Go see Alice. You know. But anyway, thank you. Love you, Alice.
I don't really have an Alice story per se, but I'd like to share with you the way she would make me feel, the way she made me feel one day. Is that okay? This is, Alice did a lot of things. As you've heard, she is like she was the get it done girl around the Lenny Wilson group. Like if someone didn't have their chair saved, or someone sat in your chair and you needed your chair back, Alice would get that chair back.
I can see it.
Or if there was a loose dog, in the middle of the set and the owner was there, by golly, Alice would get that dog back on the leash, And the same thing goes for birthdays. Alice was the queen of the birthdays. And she made us all feel special on our birthdays. And I just want to share with you a story. I mean, it's no big deal that Alice got me a cake one day, but I want to tell you a story leading up to that kind of relates to you just how special that moment was for me. Because I grew up with parents that are from Italy, the old country. And when you're from the old country, for birthdays, you celebrate birthdays, you don't really go to the bakery and buy a cake. I mean, you make a big pot of sauce, and you make hundreds of delicious Italian cookies, and you have all the aunts and uncles over, and you have a celebration, and it's great. And so this was my childhood. So when it came to the cake was basically something my mother would whip up in the oven as kind of an afterthought, because you want to have something to sing happy birthday. So out the cake would come, and it would just be kind of a simple cake with icing and candles on it. Nothing written on it. No happy birthday, John. And so it went like this for basically 21 years. And so I'm okay with it. And so after 21 years, after I went to college, I went out on the road and I got in a band. I was on the road for 7 years with the same guys. And what we would do for birthdays, we would all celebrate birthdays, but my birthday fell a day before the bass player's birthday. So we would always celebrate our birthdays together. And so I can remember that a few times a cake would appear and it would be Happy Birthday Brian and Happy Birthday John. And so this went on for 7 years and I was okay with it. And so after I was done on the road, I'm not boring you, am I? Okay, so let's move on to Orlando. I moved to Orlando. I was basically alone for 10 years. No birthday cake showed up in those 10 years. And then I was 32, and I met Mary Jo, and I thought to myself, here it is. So the birthday cakes came. Every birthday, Mary Jo had a birthday cake there. A small cake, but Mary Jo is shy. She does not like to talk to salespeople. She would get the cake, but she would never have anyone write on it because she was afraid to ask, to talk to somebody to have them write, Happy Birthday, John. So, fast forward to Lenny Wilson. Now, I'm 53 years old, and we're celebrating our birthdays again. What we did with Lenny's group, we like to celebrate Dave and I's birthday pretty much around the same time. And so I thought, here goes, we're gonna have a Dave and John cake, and I'm okay with that. But one day I showed up at Ruby Tuesdays, and there were 2 boxes there, and I opened up the box, and it was a beautiful cake. It said, Happy Birthday, John, and it was musical. And the icing was not flowery, like feminine. It was masculine. It was musical. It took a lot of thought. And I thought to myself, only Alice could get this done for me. So thank you for making this feel special now.
I don't have a whole lot to say. I think I chipped in on that too. Anyway, I loved Alice. And Alice loved me. And Sandy and all you people. She didn't sound like it, but she did.
Yeah.
You know? And we went to Venice to play at an art museum. And Alice is carrying in our CDs and said to the woman, can you sell these here? Sure, sure. And she said, $25 a piece. I said, what? No. Yes, we always get $25. Well, she's going to get them tonight. She took them and sold them out of her car. And sold them all. You know? And she told me, she says, I hope it's all right. When I did, I said, my God, I'm furious now. How can you be upset? The last time Dave and I went to see her, Alice, can we come up? See you? Yeah. But when I say go home, go home. Okay? But she was in a very talkative mood. I think she gave you CDs and whatever. We miss her. God, we miss her. She, I used to tell her, Alice, come out of your shell. Just let it go. Let it go. Take a deep breath and let it go. But she loved jazz. Didn't she?
Yep.
Loved jazz. And she knew all the players. And I'd say, well, I remember so-and-so. No, he didn't record that. But she was right. We're on a ship. Remember the cruise?
Yeah.
We had a show of all the people who went with us from here. And it was a talent show. So I find a piano and I'm sitting, waiting for the people to audition. And you know how that was. And all of a sudden, there was Alice. I said, what do you want? I'm a singer. What? Yeah. She can sing. She can sing, couldn't she? Alice, it's free. That's crap. And she, you know, you thought you knew her, but then you find you don't know her. And that's why it was a lot of fun to be with her. You say one bad word about us, leave town. Leave town. Valerie's band was the same way. If she loved you, she loved you. You say one word about her, you got to deal with Alice. So we miss her, we love her, and there'll never be another Alice. Thank you all for coming.
And so we had many conversations of what it was like in those days when we were growing up. And to make a long story short, she always was very clear about one thing. Life can deal you a short death, but you can handle it. And she proved that over and over again. I think if she were here tonight to talk to you, she'd say we all have problems. And the problems sometimes seem to be beyond our reach, but you can handle it. And I said, well, what about God? And she said, God will take care of the rest of me. I just got to do my part. And I think she probably would like to say that to you. Yes, we can handle it, and he'll take care of his part. And I'm sure he's taking good care of it right now. In his very helpful arms.
What we're going to do right now, in addition to sending out emails whenever we performed on the square, on the rare times back then when Valerie was here with us, she sent out those notices as well, telling everybody there's at least one other person that I think you need to come here. Didn't do them for a lot of people, only 2 for all I know. But Ms. Valerie Gillespie is here with us. She is a renowned vocalist and saxophonist, and has been working with Lenny on and off for about 15 years, maybe 10, 15.
Concert. 15 since
yeah.
2001.
Yep, because I've been with him close to 10. So, how would it be if she does a song for Alice?
Someday we'll build a home on a hilltop high. You and I, shiny and new, a cottage that 2 can fill. The folks who like to be called, the folks who live on the hill. Someday we may be adding a wing or 2, a thing or 2. We will make changes as any family will. But we will always be called the folks who live on the hill. Our the sort of view that seems to want to be seen. And when the kids grow up and leave us, we'll sit and look at that same old view, just we two, Diary and Joe, who used to be Jack and Jill. The folks who like to be called what they will always be called. The folks who live on the hill. That's on Letty's. On Letty's CD. Thank you so much.
Forward. Hosting this event is coming up with the idea of a plan and everything. Thanks to my beloved husband, Bubba, for our sound system. Putting up with me on football day. If you've seen the commercial, the woman says, my parents are coming over tomorrow for a boating trip. He said, tomorrow? Sunday? She said, yes. He went, he let the boat go. Not on Sunday. And I said, you'll do the sound, right? And then this morning I said, oh dear, I forgot you had 3 games. You missed 2 of them. So thanks to Bubba, thanks to Valerie for coming, thanks to Sue and Pat, and I've got a few more.
Thank you, Ron Ressler, our bassist. John DiPaolo,
Oh,
our trumpet. Dave Norman, our drummer. Mike Petix. And Valerie, thank you, sir. Thank you all. Thank you for taking your time. And, where's my woman here?
your woman's there.
And how about this?
Really, really happy to see all of you.
She saw you. She knows you're here.
Hi, Alice.
She doesn't like what you wore.
See ya. Like from now on, everybody remember, sometime during an evening when you listen to music, go, see Alice?
See Alice.
Thank you.
Especially when she was planning these birthday parties, because she tried to decide what she was going to have put on the birthday cake, and it had to be specific. So we have a little slideshow for you when we put it on, and I have pictures of some of the birthday cakes. I have pictures of Alice and with all kinds of friends, all kinds of couples. So if you see yourself in there, if you don't see yourself in there, I apologize. And if you see yourself in the slideshow and you don't like the pictures, I apologize. So have fun when we put the slideshow on. Hope you like it. Just a little something.
faces all day through. I'm missing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces. All in that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'm missing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing